Hello, fellow translators. So I wanted to record this live, but apparently YouTube doesn't let you screen share live unless you download some weird software, which I didn't feel like doing. So I'm going to record this and then post it up. It's a quick video though. This is basically, I think, a very good response to give to the question. If you're a translator nowadays, the main question you're going to get is, oh, isn't AI going to take your job? We don't need your services because we have AI, we have ChatGPT, we have Google Translate, etc., etc. And and here's another thing to the arsenal of why that isn't the case. But it's interesting because this article has nothing to do with translation. So I want to show why it ties in and why it's such a good example. So the article itself says an airline is held liable for its chatbot giving passenger bad advice. What this means for travelers. We don't care what it means for travelers. We care what it means for translators. So let's get into it a bit. Basically, Air Canada has a chatbot, and this person was using the chatbot, and the chatbot promised a discount to this passenger. He was assured that he could book a full fare flight for his grandmother's funeral and then apply for a bereavement fare after the fact. So what does this mean? He would pay full amount for the fare for the airplane flight, and then he could get the discount later on. So he books it, and then later on, when he applies for the discount, he called the airline and applied for the discount. The airline said, "Oh no, the chatbot was wrong. The request needs to be submitted before the flight, and we cannot offer the discount." So when he complained about it, they came back and said, "Look, the chatbot is a separate legal entity that is responsible for its own actions." And they're saying that he should have gone to the link provided by the chatbot where he could see the correct policy. So this went to court. It's in Canada, so it went to the British Columbia Civil Resolution Tribunal, and they rejected that argument. In fact, here's what they said exactly. They said it should be obvious to Air Canada that it is responsible for all the information on its website. So there you go. So what does this mean? This means that if you rely on ChatGPT, if you rely on Google Translate, if you rely on any type of AI, machine translation for the translation on your website, you are 100% responsible for any mistakes it makes, right? So next time you have a potential client or anyone telling you, oh, I don't need your services, I'm just going to use AI, show them this article, show them this video, and I'll link to the article down below so you can link directly to the article, or just show them this video and look, yeah, fine, use ChatGPT, but the fact is, if there's anything incorrect in one of the languages that you have there, then you're liable for that, and so good luck with that. And you can't verify whether it's correct or not unless you have someone who actually knows what they're doing. And so you want a real translator to work on it and to make sure it's done correctly. Now there are a bunch of and look, stuff like this has happened before. Okay, there's the example of and I've mentioned this before, the example of Amazon in Sweden. Here, let me. So yeah, here Amazon had trouble with its launch in Sweden, and they totally used AI for this stuff. It had an Argentine flag instead of the Swedish one, but then for all its products, it had completely the wrong names. The Nintendo Circuit Breaker, Russian toddlers instead of figurines. But the big thing was, yeah, it had a bunch of lewd and sexual terms where there should not have been for a lot of products. And anyway, it was a thing for a while, and it kind of went viral because they were, obviously they used machine translation. No one looked over it, and that was it was the thing. Now, but more seriously, another time that it happened, and it always happens with these technology companies. For some reason, they buy into their own propaganda, and they think that technology is really good. But with Facebook, here, let me see if I can. With Facebook, they had they have Facebook in Myanmar, but they didn't have anyone on staff who spoke, the dialects. I think they had one person who spoke like standard Burmese, but no one who spoke the dialects, I think, further up to the north where the Rohingya are. And I know here on the Wikipedia page, it talks about it. Yeah, Facebook controversy. And they basically what they had, and you can read through the whole thing, but you had the government doing a lot of propaganda in the northern dialects, against the Rohingya people, and kind of instigating people, to commit violence against them, saying they're evil people, they, do evil things and blah, 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 blah. And no one, obviously this would have been flagged, this would have been taken down. It was people pretending to have official accounts, like writing this. on these Facebook pages and groups. But since Facebook didn't have anyone who spoke the language, and they didn't consider it an important thing, then they let it happen, and it became a huge thing at the time. So anyway, coming back to where we were, you need to be very careful when you're relying on AI and you don't have a professional translator looking through what's on your website. It can really get out of hand, and this is just one example of using AI. But now, it's been years now that everyone's been saying, oh, that the AI is getting so good, we can translate word for word and this and that. And before ChatGPT was Google Translate. Before that, we even had like Bing Translate. And before that, we had the Skype Translate. We had, all that stuff. It's been happening for a while. Everyone thinks that this is, the latest and greatest. But it's been going on for a while. And the problem is, you repeat something often enough, everyone starts believing it. And so everyone now, is going around believing that translators are obsolete because we have AI, and so we don't need to use translations anymore. And it's going to land a lot of them in hot water. And this is just one example that shows how that can happen. So I just wanted to show this and kind of give an example of how this can be bad. And if you see other examples of AI, wreaking havoc and causing problems, and we're going to see more and more of them in the future, then remember how it relates to translation. Because, whenever, and people keep mentioning it to me too, they keep saying, oh, you'll be out of a job soon because of this, that, and the other. And so I have to repeat it every time and be like, no, actually, there are going to be a lot of problems with AI, and we see this, and we're going to keep seeing this. We're going to see more and more of this. Trust me. But anyway, that's all I want to say, and I want to bring this up. Hopefully, you can find it interesting. I'll link to the article down in the description below, and so you can take a look for yourself. But yeah, just be very careful when you're relying on AI, and tell your clients, tell potential clients, and I don't care if they have even if they say, well, I just sell furniture and I just need to translate in a couple of languages. Well, yeah, but still, it might describe the wrong thing. And, furniture is a pretty, you can get pretty descriptive. It can get pretty detailed, and, you have your own language for it. And anyway, you can't trust your standard Google Translate to get it all right. And so anyway, you get what I'm saying, you see what I mean, and I know I'm preaching to the choir because most of you watching are translators, but hopefully this can give you some material and some information for when you talk to people who are potential clients, or who are saying they don't need translators, because this is quite important, and we're gonna see more and more of this coming up. Anyway, that's all it is for now. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next time. Oh, and please remember to like and subscribe. I've been told many times that I never say that, and I should say that. So please remember to like and subscribe. And by the way, if you like this video, please click like. If you don't like it, click dislike. I know no one ever says to click dislike, but I don't know. For me, it would be helpful. If you go through my videos and there's something you don't like or you don't want to hear about it, feel free to click dislike, because that's more information for me, so I know what to talk about, what not to talk about. I'm doing these videos for you guys. So yeah, if you like this video, please click like. If you don't like it, please click dislike. And if you want to see more, you can subscribe or not, or whatever. Okay, anyway, I'll talk to you next time. Okay, thanks, bye. Savedum.